Arts Coordinator for the Mattoon Arts Council. And I have Christina here with me today, and she is an award-winning published author of several series, and she is part of our celebrity creatives that have been coming to Mattoon. But Christina lives in Mattoon right now and is moving to France.
I am.
That's another country, as we smile and laugh. So we want to make sure that we document her visit here. We are at Luigi's and we are enjoying the atmosphere and wanted to try to change up the videos and learning style. And this was to get everyone excited about Christina coming to Artworks.
Yes.
So Artworks
Super excited.
2023, we are going to be giving away one of her books. You want to tell the title?
Sure. It's called Truth, Truth, Lie. It's an adult psychological suspense. I like to call it a best friends thriller. So it's a lot of fun.
And then this one, which is just gorgeous. As you can see, there's 3.
Yeah. So this is Song of Destiny, Song of Wings, and Song of Curses. They're all part of the Sirens Paul series. It's a young adult mythological romance series that's just, again, a lot of fun.
So, Christina, I have a couple questions about being an author, specifically these books, because we'll be giving them away. But tell me more about what got you started in publishing and self-publishing.
Well, I've been writing for about 15 years. And for a long time, I tried the traditional route. I have an agent. I've worked with that agent for many years, and she's fabulous. But traditional publishing was very slow, and I'm not a patient person. So I decided after a while that I just wanted to do some of my series on my own. And so that's what I've done with Truth, Truth, Lie as part of the Twisted Texas Thrillers series. And then my YA fantasies.
Okay, so Twisted Texas Thrillers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a tongue twister. So what made you pick Texas? Is there a history of your own, or?
Yeah, so I'm from Texas.
Okay.
And so a lot of my original books were set in Texas. And so I saw a common theme there with a lot of my characters being based in Austin or Houston or San Antonio or Dallas. I thought, well, that'd be kind of fun to throw them all in together in a series. So they're all standalone books, but they all share the common theme of being in Texas and being a thriller.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, Christina is going to be also doing a community workshop in June. We're looking at June 5th, which is a Monday, and she will be helping local authors, regional authors who would like to know more about publishing and going into the details of a manuscript and what that looks like. So there'll be more information about that on our website and also on our social media, but that is going to happen for the community. But like I said, Christina is also going to be going to the middle school and working with teachers and students with her series. And this is all part of the Lebovitz Lively Workshop series that was funding that we were able to secure to help the Mattoon School District. And we hope that these videos and introductions and getting to know each other through online technology and video and these type of interviews. So I'm going to ask Christina some more personal questions about what she has done and tie in the career path of an artist, someone who is going into publishing. One of the things that you and I had talked about originally was, yes, as the author, you're putting the pen to the paper, but you are also, when you're self-publishing, you're looking for designers. And that ties in with the visual art component that is part of our series for the Lebovitz Lively, is that it's for people who are looking into going into performance arts or visual arts. And that is such a broad scheme. So could you elaborate what you felt when you were looking for designers, or why they were drawn to them and how that connection works?
Yeah, definitely. So a lot of designers in the publishing world, they'll focus in on a specific genre or a specific look. And so as an author, you kind of start there. One of the things I did was go and look at the covers of some of the best-selling authors in my genre and look at who designed their covers, because even though a publisher published them, the designer is still called the cover artist, and that art belongs to that cover artist usually. So my designer for the Sirens Paul series, she specializes in a lot of fantasy and sci-fi, and she does just gorgeous work with lights, which is one of the reasons why I liked her, and fonts. And so that's one of the huge things that makes a cover pop, are these kind of polishing elements on books. And they say don't judge a book by its cover, but we all do. And authors, if you don't have a good cover, you're not going to sell any books. It doesn't matter how good the story is. So yeah, being a cover designer, and I mean, they're a huge part of the process.
Excellent. Well, we're going to have another person join us that is close to home as far as the Arts Council. And he is a performance artist who is also a writer of plays, and his name is Matthew Burns. And so he'll be popping on by here in a second. And because we are at Luigi's and he works here too. But he is also somebody who is wanting to take the course from Christina. And we came up with the title I want to say it was
From manuscript to published page or published book.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Say it again. From manuscript to published book. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the title of the community series. So those of you that may have interest in writing, we're going to make sure we open up the opportunity to work with Christina. Christina, you have also, just on a side note for the community, have been working with teens at the library. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so I help lead a writing club every Thursday at the Mountain Public Library called Club Write. And basically what we do is we go in and I talk for 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes I get a little long-winded and I go more like 20-30 minutes. Sorry, guys. And then after that, we do writing sprints, which are basically timed writing slots. So like 15 minutes of a timed writing sprint. You basically just see how many words you can get out at a time. And what that does is it helps you turn off your inner editor. So you can actually get some really cool stuff out on the page. It's not final draft material by any means, but it still helps you reach this creative moments a little bit faster because you're working against a timer. It is just something different to your brain. So we do that a lot, and it's a lot of fun.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, I know that one of the things she'd like to do is work with the teens and also the middle schoolers who are just at the cusp. It depends on age groups, but that English teachers or drama club members or those that want to learn to put a script or the skills to the test. It wouldn't just be those that are studying to be writers. It can be all kinds that have an idea and they want to put it to paper. Or they want to get there. If you're exploring, let's say, and you're younger and you want to say, how do they do that? This would be a good way to do that. And I think you are really versed in working with different levels of experience, like may have none,
right?
But you'll be able to handle that in a workshop. And
and these skills will help you out with resume writing on your SATs, whenever you're applying to colleges. There's a lot about writing that you can learn that makes you just an effective communicator.
Excellent. And we were talking about the publishing industry and your self-publishing now. And do you see it as you own your own company, or that's how that works too?
Yes.
So not only are you owning your own company, so when you got the award-winning author status, may I ask what it was? I don't know that I'm familiar to what it exactly was, with which series, or it could have been when you were getting started.
Yeah, so actually this book just got nominated for a Roan Award. So I am in the finalist round for that. And then these won a bunch of awards back before they were published.
Oh.
So they won, I think, the grand prize for Central Missouri, and just a lot of big awards from Romance Writers of America, which does a lot of really prestigious awards. And they're also, it's really great to get your feet wet and getting feedback and stuff. So for the younger author, the newer author, those contests are great too. But so this one's probably one, I think about 8 awards on the website. I don't remember.
8 awards. Well, yeah. And could you tell them their website so they can look up more?
Yeah. So my website for my fantasy stuff is just chrisfaryn.com. It's super easy. And then my website for my adult stuff is ChristinaDelay.com. Again, super easy.
Love it. We want her to self-promote. But also just looking through these, you had just clarified too that the Texas series, the thrillers are more for adults. They're not gonna be for kids. And then that the Song of Destiny and all of these, Song of Wings and Song of Curses are for teens.
Yes.
So if an English teacher is interested in having you in their class, or someone who does writing or art, what would you want to talk about or want them to know about you?
Well, this series is really big into Greek mythology. So a lot of actually all of my fantasy series are well steeped in mythology and the core stories that they tell us. And so I would probably talk a little bit about that, about how the reason why these stories are core is because they're core to the human experience. And that's how we kind of generate stories and come up with them. And so by tapping into those stories as an author, we can connect really hard with readers.
It's really great.
Yeah.
You know, and I know I always was fascinated by the mythology, and I'd see the Greek mythology, and also you brought a modern twist to it. Am I correct in
Yes.
saying that?
Yeah.
So we see that a lot in TV or movies, but you were doing it too, and you have your own characters. So it's kind of like meeting a new person
Yeah,
when
definitely.
you have it's a heroine is a
Yes.
girl.
Yeah, and so what's cool about the Sirens is they have like a kind of a back history. They throw in a lot of other stories in mythology, but they don't really have their own story. And so this series was about finding what their story was. And so it's kind of cool the connections that they have to a lot of the different stories in mythology.
Wow, that's great. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this particular section of the interview. And I want you to know we're so grateful for you being one of our celebrity creatives for Lebovitz Lively and for the Mattoon Arts Council's Artworks Festival that's happening in a month from tomorrow. Because today we're recording April 12th and Artworks is May 13th. And there's going to be a lot of fun things downtown. And as you know, we're sitting at Luigi's enjoying our conversation and we've gotten to know each other. I just feel it's very important that we get these celebrity creatives to tell their story and allow you, the listener or the audience, to find out more about them. So we hope that you'll stay tuned to our future videos. We are going to have Matthew Burns join us up next with Christina and discussing some of his performance arts background and also his ability to write and bring it to the stage. And Christina, you have been great. And I think this has been a wonderful interview. And I know we totally appreciate your time. And we're going to be having her at the middle school and the Mattoon High School. So your child or student may be involved, and we hope the teachers will take advantage of this great opportunity. So thank you, Christina.
Thank you so much.